And okay, well, I don't want to dally on that any further because we've got our next act waiting in the wings. This is an act from California that I've seen at Mag West before. They're super killer. They are very active on YouTube, and because of COVID, we weren't able to get anything pre-recorded or exclusive. But nevertheless, they are going to be showing us some of their YouTube content as well as one exclusive track, which I'm very excited for. And so, without any further ado, can you please welcome very warmly Extra Lives?
Hey everybody, how's it
What's up,
going?
everybody?
Okay, just making sure. I can't tell what's exactly happening. All right, thank you so much for having us. This is going to be so much fun to share a premiere with you. But yeah, this first video that we're gonna show you, actually, we released for Halloween. It was a Patreon request. Actually, all of the videos that we're going to show you today are Patreon requests. So if you don't already follow us there, check us out. But this first one was for the Halloween season. We were looking for a spooky sound, and I think we got it. So if you're a fan of Gremlins, the game, the movie, the franchise, I think you're going to dig this one. Michael, what do you think?
I also predict 90% or more they will dig. Just
like
add water.
Ah, I see what you did there. Well, let's check it out.
Thanks for watching, everybody. For those of you who do not know, we are called Extra Lives. We started as a YouTube project in 2016. Just 4 nerds who wondered what would happen if we tried releasing a live performance of a classic video game theme every single week. And we were able to pull it off. We've had some personal changes along the way. Our first bass player wore shorts that were so unbelievably short that he actually imploded. So we had to get a new bass player, which is how we got Dave, the handsome man who is my co-host for this segment. And one of the things that we found over the years was that we got more requests as comments on our YouTube videos than we can handle. So we decided to start some Patreon action. We created our Patreon, and it just so happens that we picked 3 of our most recent Patreon fan requests for our show here today. That being said, all of our stuff is totally free. So if you like what you hear, we invite you to check us out on YouTube. Just search for Extra Lives Music.
What can you tell us about this next tune? I want to get your 2 cents and maybe share with the audience here about this.
Yeah, absolutely. So I won't say the name of this tune because Dave and Josh have an absolutely hilarious, incredibly captivating bit to do for y'all.
It's not.
So I won't say the name of this popular Konami rail shooter franchise. But I will say this. We originally covered a theme from this game back in 2017. It was a game that 3/4 of the band had never even heard of. And it quickly became a band favorite. Perhaps not a fan favorite because it's not super searched for as far as the OST is concerned, but it's got really beautiful music. In fact, I happen to think that the original soundtrack to this wonderful game is exactly what the soundtrack to Top Gun would have sounded like if Tom Cruise had been fighting against an alien overlord in space.
That's fair. That's fair.
Totally fair. Good point. Yeah, good point.
Josh, I wanna pick your brain, and chat also let me know about this. Michael didn't say the name of this game because it's hotly debated. And backstage, I was talking with Josh about this. So Josh, could you maybe fight about this? Is it pronounced Gradius? 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 Your thoughts?
It's Gradius. There's no contest. It's Gradius. I go by Japanese phonetics when I pronounce it, but I think the chat will back me up. It's 100% Gradius.
Now, is that how they would say it in Japan?
I mean, it would be like Gradiushi.
Oh, wow. Wow, that sounds way cooler.
Yeah. Well, let's just call it that. And I do agree, this soundtrack is probably one of the best, one of my favorites. But yeah, if you folks are ready, I think we're ready to hear it and see it.
Let's take a look while the chat fights about it.
Cool. Good plan.
That's it. That's the one.
Nice.
That's the one. Let's cut it.
Cool.
Cool. Yes. Gradius, my favorite side-scrolling shoot 'em up.
Sorry, Josh, don't you mean Gradius?
I do mean Gradius.
Uh-oh.
Sometimes when my brain is lazy, sometimes I just say Gradius. I don't know. Like it's hard over here in North America with so many ways to pronounce A, but in Japan I think they've got it right. Just one pronunciation for every vowel. Thank you very much.
Special thank you to Ian Martin for spelling that out.
In katakana.
Yes, well done.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, you guys just have one more track to present for us. It's a very short presentation, but we're lucky to have it nonetheless. Why don't you tell us about it?
This is our premiere for this one. This is kind of the Easter egg for Ultimate Fest. You saw it here first. It's going to be on our YouTube page later. But for those of you who got to see the original showing, this is the first time we're showing it to anybody. Another Patreon request from Zelda Oracle of Ages. This is the Skull Dungeon. And Michael, were you familiar with this one before we played it?
No, and I would like to say a few words about this song, never before heard even by my bandmates. So Dave picked this song out of our Patreon request, and disclosure, I love our Patreon backers. They're freaking amazing. They're our family, That being said, when Dave he emailed the band and said, hey guys, we're doing this one next. It's a Patreon request. I thought he'd lost his mind. I thought it was the dumbest sounding piece of video game music I had ever heard. And I was wrong. It's dope. It's got a Jefferson Airplane kind of vibe when played live.
It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong, Michael.
No, we're in America, Josh. We don't do that here.
Right. You guys are all correct all the time. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
The thing about Extra Lives, there are so many incredibly talented VGM artists out here, which, of course, Ultimate Fest is such a testament to. And I think what makes Extra Lives unique, besides the fact that Dave literally designed a beanie with our logo on it, is the fact that we strive to perform the video game themes that we cover in the original arrangement. Now, mind you, it's with drums, bass, guitar, and keys, but aside from that, we're doing direct transcriptions of the original tunes. And I was so surprised how well this one sort of came to life after we performed it live. So really hope you all enjoy this. And again, if you love what we do, or even if you hate what we do, check us out on youtube.com/extralivesmusic. We've got over 150 original covers, and very often we don't wear super short shorts. In fact, sometimes we do a little Who Wore It Better? The Italian plumber from the Bronx, or the final boss from Thailand.
Awesome. Yeah, so they're looking to get a lot of hate yes over on their YouTube. I think that's the takeaway here. But yeah. Yes. Okay, well, maybe without any further ado, let's give it let's check out Zelda Oracle of Ages. This is the Skull Dungeon. Awesome. Wow. Yeah, I totally get what you mean. Like on first instinct, it does sound a little bit like a horrible piece of music, but you guys did but you guys did it great. No, I love that. That was awesome. Thank you for sharing that exclusively with Virtual VGM Fest.
You saw it here first.
And you heard it here first. Oh man. Yeah, okay. Well, that's the material that you've offered to present here for us today. So yeah, maybe we've just got a little bit of time just to talk more about Extra Lives. I mean, I saw Dave. You said you earlier you mentioned to me that you had joined the band just like maybe about 2 years ago or so, and I think the first time that I saw Extra Lives live was actually at MagWest 2018. Yeah, Michael, I'm sure you remember that fondly. I remember you guys had like some white getup that you wanted because you were going to have like the projections on you completely, and so you wanted to kind of like fit in with the projector screen, so to speak.
That's correct. And the only thing we didn't consider was that the sort of insane asylum suits we constructed that were all in white didn't have an easy way to get in and out of, which became a real problem when our drummer Taylor had to use the bathroom very badly right before downbeats.
Right before downbeat, like you guys are on stage and then you've sound checked and everything. It's like, oh, just 1 second. No, not even that. Oh man, well, can't speak highly enough of bladder bags. That's yeah, that's the PG-13 humor that I'm allowed to use. Oh man, but yeah, no, I was a fan on YouTube before I did see you guys live. And then Michael, I also remember seeing you at the Runaway 4 and Kirby's Dream Band show in LA on a tour last summer, and it was really nice to see you there. And you had some wonderful things to say about the Runaway 4 too, and that really touched my heart. So thank you for being a good member of the VGM scene and showing your support that way.
You're 100% welcome. I absolutely love. I think Runaway 4 is the premier band because. If those of y'all who are watching this haven't seen Runaway 4, I highly recommend, because it's a band that blends together the best of just hitting the musical cues, but also making it a show. So it's sequential, big mashups, a great sense of arc. It's a show. It's not just a listening experience. Highly freaking recommend.
Awesome, thanks. Well, it's been a really wonderful interview. You interviewing the Runaway 4. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Yeah. Anyways, I think we do need to move on to our next show. But I do want to say thank you, Extra Live, for your contribution to the show. It's really nice. We'd love to have you on the show live sometime, of course, whenever that can happen. And definitely, yeah, I think Extra Live's R4 KDB show when the pandemic ends. Yes, please. I would love to see that, Bill. That would be super epic. Projections and ridiculous costumes galore.
Yes.
With that, we'll say thank you, Dave, and thank you, Michael. It's been really nice to see and hear you, and we'll catch you around in the chat.
Thank you so much for having us.
To the next level!
To the next level. Awesome.